Wildlife management responses to climate change. Climate change has had severe effects on wildlife, such as decreased genetic diversity, loss of certain ecosystems, more frequent and intense droughts, and damage to coastlines and coral reefs. Rising ocean temperatures have caused massive coral bleaching, destroying these ecosystems which sustain many species of aquatic organisms. The rising sea levels will cause erosion, destroying the habitat of many birds, fish, and other coastal wildlife. Climate change has also been contributing to severe droughts, depleting sources of food and depriving wildlife of water. In addition, climate change can increase the frequency and intensity of pathogens and affect the geographical distribution of pathogens, affecting wild animals, plants, crops, and livestock. This will lead to a loss of genetic diversity, as entire strains of wildlife can be wiped out by pathogens. Increasing concentrations of carbon dioxide will affect plant growth, and changing interactions between plants and animals will affect entire ecosystems. Some wildlife need specific temperatures to survive. For example, tuna fish maintain their core body temperature at 25 to 33 degrees Celsius in order to survive. Therefore, if there is a significant increase or decrease in temperature, the population will decrease because it will be unable to survive. Some possible solutions to mitigate the effects that climate change has on wildlife are to increase the extent of protected areas, reduce non-climate related stressors on wildlife, and establish connective corridors between protected areas. Increasing the extent of protected area provides habitats for species whose native habitats are lost due to climate change. It also makes it easy to monitor certain species and potential changes in ecosystem infrastructure. Unfortunately, increasing the extent of protected areas would reduce the amount of land that could be used for farming, logging, mining, and other industries. It would also be expensive to buy and maintain the land. Other solutions involve reducing non-climate related stressors such as contour farming, which tills sloped land in order to reduce soil erosion and combat desertification by improving crop and livestock production to use less water. Criticisms of contour farming are that it's difficult to access equipment and it leads to unattended pockets of land that need additional herbicides. Improving crop and livestock production still won't stop desertification and can be affected by climate change and drought. Connective corridors are areas where populations can move from one protected area to another. This would reduce the loss of genetic diversity, since populations wouldn't be as isolated as they are when confined to a relatively small area. There are two major drawbacks to this solution: the cost of creating connective corridors and the difficulty of creating them due to the long distances between protected areas. Although there are drawbacks for each of these solutions, not acting at all would have consequences that are much worse. Increasing global temperatures are expected to disrupt many ecosystems, pushing to extinction species that can't adapt. The first comprehensive assessment of the extinction risk from global warming found that more than 1 million species could become extinct by 2050 if current patterns continue.